We are live with lower bracket round 2. The loser is out. The winner will face WFZ in PandaTV Bamboo Cup number 1. And we have our opponents. It's Yumiko versus Life. Here they are. Yumiko on the left, Life on the right. 20 years old, man. The youngest player that we have in professional Warcraft. And sometimes a force to be reckoned with. Also very inconsistent, though. Sometimes he gets distracted by... What?
Did your game crash?
No, but it's an undead.
Whoa! What?
Is this WFZ?
Ah, I think... Wait.
Did Life have to play like another tournament at the same time?
Yeah, maybe he forfeit because of AWL.
Huh.
We should inquire about that. Wait, maybe we can ask someone on the friends list.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is WFZ. So, yay! Welcome to the lower bracket semi-final. As it's Life can't play Undead. I mean, he played Undead against Romantic in another cup, but... This is very confusing. Wikipedia says he was disqualified from AWL. Huh. Okay, we're all confused, but let's treat it like we have the lower bracket semifinal with us now. And here they are.
It's a weird day, Neo. It's a bit of a weird day. But okay, seems like we're skipping on to the final event of the day, and Yumiko will finally be able to pick his favorite first hero, which is the Mountain King. He's gonna look for some Stormbolt surrounds. He has played this even against Night Elf a little while ago, until he got totally destroyed by TH. And he's making a super fast lumber mill in his base, which is greatly surprising me.
I got the update here. Life is sick and unable to play, so he withdraw from AWL and Bamboo Cup.
Okay.
Very unfortunate that both of those games are played at the same day, and he's sick there. So yeah, this is the lower bracket semifinal then, with WFZ versus Yumiko, and that is the last game of today already.
All right, I hope he gets healthy again until GCS.
Yeah.
All right, these two, of course, best friends, I guess you could say, in the Warcraft world.
Yeah.
They know each other inside and out. And Yumiko starting in a special way here with the MK first and with the fast lumber mill.
Yeah, that's really surprising.
Going for the instant expo.
We have seen him play like without a barracks and the lumber mill instead to rush tier 2, but that didn't really work. So I really wonder what's that for.
Maybe
I mean, sometimes I see the lumber mill is a little too late for humans. So I like that adjustment, but is it just a waste?
I guess he feels he doesn't need the money for footies. At the moment he only has 2, which is unusual though, because the Stormbolt footy surround is one of the most powerful tools for the MK early. Almost level 2 for him here. DK looking for some more skeletons kills, or peasant kills from the skeletons, I guess I should say. One peasant has died so far. The other one seems to follow into the grave as well here soon. But no ghouls coming with this harassment, which is oftentimes what we see from undead players nowadays. So the damage yet isn't too great.
That's right. We saw Lucifer doing that, and here we have him. Doesn't need too many footmen for this round. Militia working as well. He can't fight out of there. It's not enough damage. No coil remaining, and the DK falls. Very good opening for Yumiko. He has so much time for his expansion now. There's quite a few peasants that he called, or militia that he called, so he can easily do that town hall if there's not this fast build bug, but it doesn't seem to be that case. Nope! First tower is there, can be upgraded soon, expansion coming as well. What can WFZ do now? I mean, he's teching quite fast, but he has to replace his DK, and that's gonna take some time.
Yeah, and he decided to let the DK die, something that we oftentimes discuss. Is it really worth saving a level 1 hero? He could have TP'd out of that early to not lose too many hit points, but he decided no, it's better to retain that Town Portal scroll, and now he's back. Of course, in the meantime, he couldn't do anything, couldn't creep, couldn't harass. A lot of free time for Yumiko, who now is almost level 3 already, and that is where the MK really starts to hit his stride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think, like, yeah, but buying the DK back is just a few seconds, and it costs not too much. But especially against the Mountain King, you give him so much experience. It's like, here, have the ladder to level 3, climb it. It's easy. And the DK is only now reaching level 2. I mean, that is a big disadvantage for him.
And already we see the game plan for Yumiko. Towers, 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 turtle, turtle, turtle. Go tier 3, and then it's gonna be time for some nuke. Time to show the undead what nuke really means. With a bash bolt highlight. I imagine that's the way we're gonna see this game go. But it's gonna be a while until we get there, with the humans still not teching. Perhaps even a counter expansion is in the cards for the undead. Of course, very unusual though.
What do you think about the shop placement in the north?
Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. It's pretty cool, I think. Between the two bases, oftentimes MK players will go for a shop in each base, but I guess he saves the money with this. At the same time, if he's being sieged, he will have to walk over and may take extra time.
I don't know, man. I don't think I like it. Doesn't really matter from where WFZ is attacking, while my game is losing connection. Oh, I'm disconnected from the server. That's bad.
Did you activate long life today?
Yeah, I did.
Usually it catches up though.
Catches up how?
Like, doesn't it say like connecting whatever?
It says disconnect.
And the game is frozen, right?
Yeah, game is frozen.
And usually if you just leave it like that, at some point it will be, you know, working again.
Can I rejoin that game then?
Usually you can't. Well, watch usually doesn't work, and I
mean, this doesn't work at all. Disconnected from server, so I have to re-log. You were disconnected. Fuck! I'm very sorry, guys. I hope we don't miss that much. Otherwise, we have to go for a restream. Maybe you can do a little audio cast from what's happening.
Oh, damn. Old school. Well, Janne was looking for some pressure at the human expansion. By the way, he's staying on tier 2, and the MK doing what he does best, going for the Acolyte hunt. But pretty good defense by WFZ. A lot of footies here, though. Don't seem to have defense, so by now we have quite a few fiends. Seem to be able to defend against the footies, but the DK in his own base finds himself in a bolt surround. Nova on the footies almost breaks him free. This might be the game right there with another Stormbolt. That is the kill. Yumi TP's out after, and the Death Knight is in the grave once again, which I guess usually he should feel pretty comfortable in, but in this game it's not going to be too helpful.
I'm back, by the way. Just missed the kill. But yeah, Reconnect works extremely well on Live. Or on NetEase. So he lost his hero again. For the second time on Last Feud. That's not supposed to happen. He buys him back from the tavern. Okay, he does have a 2 statues. That's good, so he gets his mana back.
MK with this kill now is level 4.5 and then some. If he gets to level 5, man, it's going to be scary. By the way, tier 2 tech was happening, or is still happening, at the expansion for Yumi. Something we see very rarely, and something that not every viewer might know. And this means that he's going to be able to call Militia from both of his bases.
And there's more HP on it.
Yeah, of course. He's going to start losing his towers here. And at the moment, the human's force ground army is like non-existent. He has nothing.
Mountain King is going for the distraction, though, with a big mana potion and invul and staff. He's going for the hunt on Acolytes. It's no tier 3 tech yet for WFZ. But he's getting a lot of kills done here. Another Nova. Wow, that's pretty big. Mountain King comes back.
The DK. Is he gonna lose him again?
3 times the charm. Boom! He needs a bash, I think. Oh no, he does have another Storm Bolt. He's definitely dead if he doesn't have Town Portal. Oh, he doesn't have a Town Portal. Where's the invul? There we go.
But he doesn't have Death Pact. Can't really heal up. And he uses the bolt on the Fiend, interestingly. He has one... Oh, he has the Greater Mana. Greater Mana on the MK. So many bolts to use.
Exactly. One Fiend dies. Still Militia form, but not for much longer. They will all be Peasants after this. And pretty easy to wreck. I mean, this works way better than expected for him. Gets another Fiend surrounded, though.
Yeah, that is his level 5, I think. Mana Potion, long range onto the DK. He's almost dead. Not quite. Fiend kill. Boom, level 5. And this is going to be the death in just a moment. We can count down the seconds. 3, 2, 1. Death! And that is... the GG, I'm pretty sure. The Lich is trying to hold his own with level 3.5. But there's 3 more Storm Bolts. And there's one of them. He's just standing there. He's just standing there. He doesn't even need to attack.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be slowed down. I think it's very smart. He's blocking himself. We're waiting for the cooldown. Boom, that's the second one. The Lich dies. The 4th hero kill for Yumiko. And he wins this game easily with like... how many footmen did he get? Like 3?
I think it was more in the main, but yeah, footies, whatever. Expendable. The MK. Yeah. Giving us the hammer time.
Crazy. Crazy how good a Mountain King can be.
Greater Mana, also pretty good item.
Yeah, of course. Sorry about the disconnect, boys, but yeah.
So how did you reconnect, by the way?
I just restarted the client, and then it says reconnect, yes, no. I said yes.
Oh, Netties, so good program.
Netties. Praise Netties. And the invites are coming. Second map is Amazonia.
And not surprised about this pick. If there is an impossible MK map, it is this one.
Yes, I agree. You're in, okay. We had a fun game on Amazonia today with Lucifer and WFZ. I hope this goes a little better item-wise for WFZ. While I'm creating the Readmore match.
Yeah, WFZ, didn't he like defeat TH not too long ago? In the race war, right?
Very possible, yes.
Or was it Infi? Anyways, WFZ has certainly been looking hot lately. However, on LR just a few moments ago, things didn't work out too well. But against Lucifer, he was having a shaky start on the first map as well. And then he came back swinging, came back strong. Maybe with his back against the wall here, he's once again going to step it up. As our players are ready, and we're going to load into game number 2 in a moment. WFZ on AZ against Human, of course, reminds us of 2014, the first time we were in China for WCA. Best game of the tournament. But the Chinese really don't seem to be counter-expanding against Human anymore.
No.
I see it sometimes from Happy, but that's, you know, mostly ladder games, and those are only ladder games. Seems to be all about breaking that expo at the moment.
I agree. So, 30 seconds for the Chinese commercials to run out. We have some time to thank Metti Kuchen for a 4-month resub. He sends us a less than 3, which we will send right back to you, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. And especially before China, we can use every support to spend it on hookers and blow.
And crickets.
And crickets and spiders and every disgusting stuff that we can find to eat.
And Jester has made a point of trying to torture us. He's convinced that you guys are going to enjoy. And I can see that happening, actually.
Yes.
I am honestly kind of scared of the shit we're going to eat, man.
As long as it's not an eye, I'm so fine.
I like being experimental, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, whatever. It's going to be fun for the viewers, at least, you know. And
that's the whole purpose of the trip.
Whores that we are, we're going to do anything.
Well, we don't get paid for it, so...
Indirectly. Maybe Jester's going to pay us for it, who knows.
Alright, boys, we load into map 2. It's 1-0 for Yumiko with a very strong performance on map number 1.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could do a social eating stream. You know, like the one you were raving about from Korea.
That's the best. Social eating is really like a big thing. So...
Is that still a thing on Twitch? Where is that? Twitch Creative or something?
I don't know, man. Or Twitch Real Life or something. I don't know.
Those Koreans, dude.
They did the fusion dance every time they got a donation and drank a shot. That was so hilarious.
Did you know that Dragon Ball is still going on?
Yeah,
I think
sure. It's Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, it's Super or Ultra or something?
Super.
I only like found this out a couple of weeks / months ago. I thought that was over, but no. Still going strong.
Yeah, it's way better than GT, which I hated. But I don't follow it too closely.
I stopped after Dragon Ball Z. That was my childhood. Didn't want to touch it after.
To be honest,
like my priest.
I never liked Z too much. I was a way bigger fan of the normal Dragon Ball.
Nah, man. Me and my buddies, Dragon Ball Z, that was like a ritual. We were always meeting up after or in the evening at somebody's house and then hyping the shit out of that series.
Speaking of hyping the shit out of this series, we have a Mountain King again, Remo.
Dude, that's so crazy. That is so crazy and so dangerous. If you go for the expo and 3 ghouls come harass you, you're gonna lose everything. Every single thing.
But it's fiends, right? We see 3 ghouls. Oh, late graveyard though. So it could be ghouls if he goes.
He can adjust this though. The Acolyte is gonna scout for it and hasn't seen the MK yet, but will in a moment. He's luring out the creeps, expecting a laboratory to happen. Nothing here, and that already tells him, uh-oh, something's wrong here.
Indeed. Mountain King is going over, not creeping at all. Footman scouted the movement of the DK. Of course, these two know each other inside out. Practice partners, 2-on-2 partners, long-term friends. So it's cool to see the mind games going on, because this is something you would really not expect.
Yeah, and he basically knows it already. Well, he has seen the MK, of course, he knows it. Now, how does he adjust? Is he still gonna expect... Is Yumi just gonna mass militia creep the expo?
He needs like, I don't know, 10?
Yeah, I think so too.
He has 8 only.
WFZ is looking for some creeping himself. How much damage is level 1 Stormbolt again?
Isn't it like 100?
Yeah, it's less than a Wisp, I know that much. So who's gonna get the last hit here? That's a lot of experience coming from the Berserker. And it goes towards the DK.
And he gets rewarded with the gauntlets. Some experience from those skeletons. The 12. That's of course not what he was aiming for. Looking for the Troll Trapper, but it's Coil versus Stormbolt. Ooh, almost a block there. Well done by WFZ, but not too great. And a Coil again. Second Coil secures the second kill. And doesn't even give too much experience to the MK with the skeletons here. I really like that play.
In the human base, by the way, there's already a guard tower. He's still on tier 1. He has a whole bunch of peasants. This is gonna be such a late expo. Under tech, halfway done.
And
so
Fiend's
weird.
coming up.
Alright, here we go. This might be the biggest militia train we've ever seen towards this expansion. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's actually not even too crazy.
Yeah, he has 2, 3. Oh, he has a lot of footmen now.
Yeah.
So maybe these are a bit too many. These are a bit too many. Or too much investment, but we'll see about that. We'll delay his tech even further. As he needs some more lumber for the tech. But WFZ just lets this happen. That's okay. You do your thing. I had a good opening. I will creep to level 2 and then you see what I can come up with. Bigger healing this time, no bigger mana. That's definitely good for WFZ. Not that great for the MK, but level 2.5. Quite alright. DK gets the Unholy Aura. Tier 2 is almost done, and then we'll see a Lich. Or will he adjust with a Naga? So squishy though.
Yeah. If you want your hero to be alive, you probably shouldn't go for the Naga. Would be my advice.
How can he power creep the MK now?
He has defend on his footies, so creeping anything that has piercing like this camp here shouldn't be too hard. And it's going to take it away from the undead as well. That is going to be his level 3. Now, how is WFZ going to make use of his time? He's sending up skeletons. He saw before how low many of these peasants were. The arcane tower isn't done yet, and this could easily be like 2 to 3 peasant kills. And that does become noticeable when you're the human, who again is going to be attacking so damn late. By the way, the little blooper in the main base for Yumiko. The peasant is using his pickaxe against the town hall. And look at how much damage he already did. Holy shit! He has been doing this for like 3 minutes or something.
Your building is under attack. Your building is under attack. Your building must be super annoying. Oh,
I think he doesn't say it when you do it yourself though, right?
Ah, yeah, possible. Expo's up, shop is not. Mountain King Illusion goes into the base. Sees the Lich second. No Tavern Hero adjustment. Statues are coming. The real Mountain King is trying to find some surrounds here, but WC is careful enough to not let this happen. Yeah, I'm really worried about Yumiko, man. If those tier 3 push it, he doesn't even have like 5 towers. He goes for masonry, but it's only 1 and 1 arcane in the expansion. And now he doesn't even mine from 2 mines because he power creeps this power builds the shop.
Yeah, this is such an unusual game. This is like a meta between 2 players. MK first on AZ, the undead is staying on tier 2. Like, what is this? Here we go now, though. How many footies do we have? 6, but some of them are pretty bruised. Probably frost armor first here, I would imagine. For the Lich.
Yeah,
getting rid of the shop, always very important against the MK, of course. Relies on his mana, of which he has full mana right now.
The first Stormbolt again, massive militia train gets the first round, but nice coil and frost armor. Everything is slowed down. This takes a lot of time off the clock for Yumiko here. He's still fighting that fiend, man. It's such a huge blocker. Gets the second surround there, so well done by Yumiko. Finally gets the kill, but the third coil arrives on the fiend just on time. Shows you how important level 2 coil is, the upgrade on level 3 that he gets, and finally, after like a minute, he kills the second fiend. How much more can he do?
What's pretty cool though, how he got 2 surrounds and now looking for the next one. Stormbolt surround, easy execution. There's 1 coil left, but that's not gonna save it. He uses it, but it's gonna die anyways. Even Boro couldn't save it, or shouldn't, with the laboratory being so close, and this fiend will die as well. But all of these footies are pretty hurt. Next Stormbolt coming in, and the next surround sticks. Not quite. The fiend can move out, but the bash will secure the kill.
Oh boy, is he lucky here. A lot of skeletons, but that's the only army that WFZ has right now. So many dead fiends, and even if he trades a few footmen now, that's so big. You need the fiends in the early and the late game, and in the mid game, of course, for the damage. The skeletons and these footmen, you swap them out anyway, so who cares? That was big losses for WFZ.
Absolutely. And I'm so surprised he went for that push before daytime, because when daytime hits you can buy the Zeppelin and then there's no Stormbolt surrounding anymore. Especially with these guys knowing each other so well, I feel like that is such an easy answer. Get a Zeppelin, save your stuff.
Now 2-3 towers are up, getting rid of the skeletons. He can heal up. Maybe a Nova? No, no mana for that. Check is, what is it? Almost done. Tier 3 for WFZ just started, so he invested a lot into this push. With a wagon now, we see the reason for it. And even an Acolyte to repair. T2 is finished though.
Yep, that should be the Blood Mage coming second. He has the resources for it. Never mind, just spend it on something else. Items, I guess, on the MK. Mana potion now available. This is expensive, though. Look at how many peasants have to repair. There's not even mining at the moment from his base. From the main, once again, we have militia coming in. 5 of them. They have shown before how good they are at surrounding, and this fiend seems to be presenting itself on a silver platter as it gets surrounded right away. Stormbolt will probably find the next kill here, but with the coils, he keeps him alive for a little bit longer. And again, the double surround. Almost at least the double surround. Close it in here, and this
perfectly.
Is
well done. He gets a lot of experience through these militia, but I think he can afford it. Yumiko is still at 350 gold. Lumber is the issue here. Gets the fiends out, and once the fiends are up, and where's the damage coming from? I know there's defend, but those meat wagons, I mean, they do great against buildings, but not against anything else. Ghouls being pulled to help a bit with this. Oh man, a water elemental would be so good right now. Paladin is second, by the way, is coming soon.
A very
There he
interesting
is.
choice going for the Paladin here.
Well, you know, Holy Light is good.
Yeah, I guess.
Shop is gone. Meat Wagon's really paying off now.
Damn, I thought this game was over. I thought that there was no chance left for WFZ, but at the moment, Yumiko is having real trouble here. Oh, in the main base, though, we have double Sanctums. Or no, one Sanctum.
One Sanctum.
And going for Sorks.
What?
Yeah, I was
Maybe
expecting
Surround is
the
too hard for him.
breakers here.
Well, magic damage versus Meat Wagons works quite well. Stormwall on the Acolyte might seem to be a little too much, but getting rid of that repair is really good. And this is Yumiko's army right now. One Mountain King, one Paladin.
Shouldn't he just like mass breakers and then, you know,
Yeah,
defend?
I do agree. Second Sanctum. He had lumber problems, so massing not really a thing right now.
Players' forces are under attack.
He lost
getting-
so many fiends and he's still in this game. And looking good for him here.
He might win AZ with an MK first. What is happening?
Well, he has to keep his expo up, and I don't know with what. Mountain King goes to the shop, so he's far away. Looks like a little slip in micro. Paladin without experience, and they can't repair against two Meat Wagons at the moment. Fiends and Lich will snipe these repairing units here, I guess.
We have mass militia coming from the main. This is like 10 militia. They have to do a lot here, and they should be able to. MK staffing towards this expansion. Needs to keep this alive, obviously. Going for the Fiends first. Might not be the Meat Wagons the better target. I don't know. Sorcerers coming in as well, and here come the slows. There is Destroyer form ready, but he's not morphing them yet. Next Stormbolt, Holy Light combo gets rid of another Fiend. But the militia duration won't last forever, and they are dying one after the next. And the Meat Wagons actually turn out to be pretty damn good against the Sorceresses. WFZ might still be having this game, but another Stormbolt surround. Yumi is so good with these, and once again, only two Fiends left.
Second heals for being used. Here's the Dark Ranger for silence, so no Bolt, no Holy Light at the moment. No damage on that Fiend at all. Trying to get out and sneaks away. Dark Ranger now, of course, double good. Paladin in trouble. Gets the healing potion. No, he's too late. Paladin dead. No Holy Light anymore. Dark Ranger has so many skeletons. I know, he has silence first. But imagine Black Arrow now. That would be the army of the dead. But he can't go for it. Sorcerer is falling. Boom. No slow anymore. And this defense didn't work out at all. Two Meat Wagons MVP.
And here come the breakers. They seem to be a little late to the party, though. Even one destroyer now up in the air. Nothing in this army. Not a single unit that can attack the destroyer here. What's the Hail Mary now for Yumiko? Going for the wagons. There's only one measly Stormbolt available. Has to win the game with it here, it seems. But how can he?
Mass Militia again. But they fall like flies. Like dominoes. Mountain King in trouble. Is there a coil? Yes, there is, but uses the big healing potion. The question is for how much longer. Two destroyers in the air. The only thing that is helping Yumiko right now are the breakers, but not for much longer, I guess. This frost armor on the Meat Wagon is so good. Well, it gets one at least.
Alright, is it suddenly Yumiko's turn to come back into this game? But only 38 supply, man. Getting rid of the Meat Wagons, though, will buy him a lot of time. If he kills the last one here, it's almost impossible to kill this Expo.
Players' forces are under attack.
He needs a shop, though. Needs a shop desperately. Destroyers on the Peasant Hunt, killing one more in the main. Only one guard tower there as well, by the way. And the last Meat Wagon will fall. Okay. Yumiko just bought himself a lot of time.
Breakers are great. Can't be attacked by destroyers, though. But the Lich Orb of Corruption makes up for it as of now. Paladin is back with the first Holy Light. Of course, it's not the spam Holy Light that we see when you pair him with the Archmage. But still, doesn't cost that much mana. And for the Strength Hero, his int is pretty okay, I guess. TP out now as the heal potion was already used. No Coil Nova available anymore. Or actually, it was now. So he has to be super duper careful. Shop is at the main, that's why he's town portaling there. And yeah, it's at the moment just breakers, but what's WFZ's reaction now? He was focusing a lot on his Meat Wagons. The Meat Wagons did the majority of the damage, but they are gone, and he only has a few Fiends and the Destroyers remaining. The Destroyers can't do too much because there's a shop. So I don't know.
They cancel the healing here on MK and Paladin, which is pretty nice. And yeah, the heroes are the big issue here. Even if he gets to, like, let's say, 12 breakers,
Yeah.
is that good enough? Especially
A player's forces are
if WZ gets Zeppelin, which I think would be the #1 purchase.
Now we have Dark Ranger level 2. Now we have Black Arrow. And if he continues to pull that many militia, Nova Black Arrow combo, plus the Orb of Annihilation from Destroyers, they will just wreck them. And then you have like 10 skeletons working for you if you do it perfectly.
Yeah, and then suddenly you have an answer against the breakers.
Yeah. Exactly. Shop is gone,
Yumiko
no more
here.
breakers.
Yumiko had only 50 supply, doesn't seem to be in fighting shape. MK coming from the south with a lot of inventory, a lot of items in the inventory. Eating the Nova, being greeted with a lot of damage, has to staff back to his army, already half HP only.
Pally.
Paladin just dies from the coil through the forest, no more healing from him. And now we can see the peasants running into the meat grinder. Going for the Lich with the Stormbolt seems like a desperate play. And just one unit after the next is being demolished. Even A-bombs coming into the battle now, and that is of course so good against the breakers. The MK in trouble, heal scroll being used and will not quite be good enough. Yes, will be good enough to save him. But can he re-engage here, or is that too dangerous? Seems like no matter what he does is not good enough, as WFZ is cleaning house in this fight.
Exactly. Yeah, this is not looking too good. This looks like map 3, which is of course always a blessing for us here, especially since one series was not played due to Life being sick. Pally is coming back, so he can't destroy the altar in time, but
no.
uh-oh! This is a rude awakening! And okay, you go back to where you come from, boom! And now I'm gonna kill the altar and you're not coming back at all.
To the eternal hunting grounds. Yeah, this game, and as I said before, only one guard tower in the base. This is not too sturdy of a defense. Mass repair is coming in, but that's never ever gonna work. And now floodgates are open. The peasants in trouble. Too much trouble. It's GG. And WZ equalizes.
Yeah, maybe he stayed in this game longer than necessary, but damn, that was strong by WFZ. Even though he got so many fiends surrounded and killed in the first push, it was like 6 fiends or so that he lost. But yeah, whatever, right? He can still do it. And the meat wagons, for me, the best choice here to go for that tier 2 push.
Yep. And that forced the human to respond, otherwise the Expo's gonna die, and he wasn't quite ready yet. The 2 sources pick up. Well, I guess if he had 2 breakers instead of 2 sources, would that have changed the game? I don't know. I think it comes down to how long he took to make that Expo, and then how long it took to get to tier 2. The tech was just ridiculously late.
Yeah. I agree. Next and last map of the day is gonna be Twisted Meadows. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be either fun or horrible. The starting positions already tell a lot.
That could be certainly a tank game. Of course, the MK first is not really very popular here, but can certainly be played. Of course, then you don't go towards the laboratory, but go towards the Knolls instead. And go for the Expo after. Once again, that might be a later Expo, but Yumiko showed that that's something he's willing to do.
It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Unfortunately, last game already, but we will be back tomorrow with the conclusion of PandaTV Bamboo Cup. Oh, damn, I have the bracket not loaded up. I hope this works now. Because then the winner of this match, Yumiko and WFZ, will face Moon, who's waiting in the lower bracket final. And then we have the big grand finale. The winner of that game will face Focus for a prize pool of $1,500.
Is only the grand final best of 5?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Would make sense. That doesn't mean anything, though, if we think back on Race War, how they were swapping the format in the upper and lower bracket.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was very confusing. It was, like, weird. I mean, I always enjoy seeing NGL1 format. That is just so much fun.
I do agree.
But having 2 different formats, I thought was kind of weird.
That's the bracket. Not updated yet, but you know what you get here. WFZ lost against Moon already in the quarterfinals, then won against Remind 2-1. That was a fun series. You can watch it on YouTube. Yumiko on the other side lost to Lucifer. Quite surprising. I mean, Yumiko, Lucifer is good versus human, but at the moment he's not in his best shape. Then won against Chao KK. Watch the game on Last Refuge. It's so awesome. Then got a def win against Live. WFZ beat Lucifer, and Moon is waiting because he lost the winner bracket final against Focus as he's waiting there. 2 Chinese, 2 Koreans still in. One of them will drop after this map. We're loading on to Twisted Meadows. Here you see your 2 players once again. Both have been on the top of the scene, or very, very close, at least top 4. Yumiko, former vice champion of the world, but he's struggling a lot. Will this be his comeback cup? Gonna see about that. Match is up! And here it is. Last map, Twisted Meadows. Decision time!
And if Yumiko had map hack, he would be breathing a sigh of relief right now, because it is not close position, it is in fact cross position. So he's gonna be safe from Undead. A little more so, that might be the case. Otherwise, especially dangerous if you want to go for the laboratory creep first, but that really doesn't seem to be the case, with the altar being built far away from the lab and not being in power build. So once again, this is going to be a normal hero timing, and anything but an MK here should greatly surprise us.
I agree. It's not that easy to go with the Mountain King for the laboratory creep, but still possible. Ah, he's not going for that, as he builds the altar on the opposite side, so usually this would be the human's camp to go. Not this time, though, most likely.
It's probably too hard to take the Merc camp first, right? With an MK.
Yeah. I think the Merc camp is even... not
nah, it's
really
easier
hard.
than the lab.
Yeah, it's easier. But not too much militia duration for that.
And here we go, Mountain King again.
So I guess Nulls into Expo?
Nulls into green camp into Expo, I think.
Yeah. Nulls, green camp, Expo. WFZ is scouting counterclockwise, doesn't do much difference here. DK, of course, first. Fiend build order, late Fiend build order though. So does he want to cross the entire map just for harass? That costs a lot of time.
He could also decide to creep his own Knolls with only the DK. That would be almost his level 2.
Yeah.
We see that occasionally. And I'm pretty sure with how well he knows his opponent here, he's going to be expecting the MK. Having shown him twice already, even on AZ. Dude, even on AZ, isn't that crazy? And
Yumiko's openings are just so ridiculous right now. Always something fresh, always something fun. Because Mountain King is a lot of fun to watch. Even if you're an undead, I think.
Alright, first blood being drawn here on the Acolyte. First Stormbolt was used for that. And WZ is actually creeping the green camp first. With the footy being around, you can't really creep the Knolls. And that's really heads-up play by Yumiko. Being aware of the possibility and having a footy scouting for this. This is actually very smart early play.
Dude, this production thing gets so out of hand with the hero tool now. I have to keep track on everything. But yeah, you're right. Creeping the Knolls of WFZ with skeletons only if they don't get purged. It's quite easy. Does take some time though, and the big one is still up. Yumiko knows about this, coming in with the Mountain King again. We have the battle of Coil versus Bolt.
And Yumiko, again, he's like delaying his game plan, I want to say, by so much. If he runs over here, like how late is his expo gonna be?
You know what I think? The current game style of Infi and TH is get up the expansion as fast as possible, like creep it immediately. And he says, okay, I don't like TH and Infi, I'm playing it completely different, and I'm like, get my expansion up as late as I can.
Oh, the last hit here, this will be a big one, but the bolt easily secures it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe just doing the opposite. Is he
T2
seriously
has-
not gonna expand? He has to expand. Come on.
TM, of course you have to expand.
A player's forces
That's
are
gonna
That's
be
a lot
so
of
late.
peasants.
It's gonna be so late.
He's scouting for it already. The skeletons expire though, but I don't know.
Yeah. This is not LR. You cannot creep the expo with only peasants.
No. I mean, you can, but that sucks.
Alright, MK, is he gonna go for the warden? The nulls here? No, he has to go to the expo. The peasants are already on their way. Yeah, there we go. And the skeletons will see this. Yeah, skeleton is seeing the MK moving down. This tips the hand. He knows what's going on now.
forces are under
But he's not
attack.
really in a position to do anything about this. Seems like he's gonna be going for some more null creeping.
Okay. Preferring level 2. And that, to me, points towards a similar push than we saw on AZ. With wagons.
Yep.
Do you have a
would
strong
make
tier 2?
sense. And yeah, once again, under tier 2 finished before the human expo even starts coming up. Once again, this is going to be so extremely late. Item. Oh, the Ring of Regen can be very nice for the Mountain King.
On the other side, Gloves of Haste. Which will be happy about it. Power build on the tower, then power build on the town hall. That's pretty expensive. That's a lot of footmen this time, though. So surround's definitely possible. We do have defend ready.
I don't know about this defend choice like so early. And also teching at the expansion that makes this all so damn late. Yes, of course you can call militia from both, which is especially valuable on TM with the two bases being so far apart from each other. But once again,
Are you sure that's the case?
That you can call militia at the expo?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
can get them at the expo, but doesn't the main lose the ability to call militia then? Chat?
No.
Can you confirm this? I think the main loses the ability to call militia.
No, we saw that on AZ. He did it on both, I think. Didn't he? Didn't he tech at the expo
I think that was
on
perhaps-
AZ?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did call militia from the main,
Huh, I should pay more attention then.
I think. I was like just 99% certain. You're making me like question myself now.
That's always good. Always question yourself. That's how you advance in life.
All right, Papa Smurf. MK, by the way, found a Sobe mask. That is gonna be very welcome for him.
Yeah, especially with the
four
absence
as
of
well.
Brilliance Aura. This is really good.
And a lot more footies this time. I like this much better. Rather than investing so many peasants. And already Shredder coming up, but still only tier 1.
And only one tower. Here comes the push of WFZ. Level 3 and 1, but no meat wagon, only a statue coming. Is he producing one? Not yet. He wants, of course, 2 statues for this. Per Stormbolt, but nice counter block by the DK. But can he get both around it? No. This gets the one Fiend, but it was well executed. Again a coil, again Frost Armor. And Militia is being called.
And once again, looking for the double surround here, perhaps. Not quite get... Oh, nice. 4 unit surround on the backside. Yumiko is so good with these split surrounds. God damn. MK has 2 more Stormbolts to use. Didn't seem like that one was necessary with it already being surrounded, but he might find the kill with it. But with the Frost Armor, damn, this Fiend is tanky. But in the end, it will fall. Level up for the MK. The bash just got better. The Stormbolts keep coming in. Here's another surround. The coil might only delay the inevitable here as the Fiend is trapped.
The third Fiend going down, and he only traded a few footmen and peasants for it. The Shredder is helping tremendously in this fight. And how much more mana does he have? Okay, no Stormbolt anymore, but maybe with a Shredder block. Oh no, he's just attacking the statues there. As long as the statues are alive, I think it's okay for WFZ, as he got quite a few footmen there. But he needs to keep the Shredder alive. That would be a big loss. But yeah,
I think there's no problem though. The
Uh-oh!
damage output is so low here. The Lich, yeah, gets surrounded. Can he swap the TP? Goes for the coil first. Has quite a bit of time here with the Frost Armor, and he will transfer the teleport. Has to leave. And once again, this is like on AZ. He loses so many Fiends. Why does he not invest the time to get a Zeppelin? It is, of course, much harder here on TM, but especially on AZ. That would have been such an easy addition.
2 ghouls and the wagon is coming out now. Second wagon, so this is the same tactics as we saw on Amazonia. He's healing up. He's using clarities to get his mana back up. In the main though, nothing happening. Not too many towers. He's SimCitying a bit with farms here. Tech only 2/3. And this will hit him so hard. Ghouls, a few fiends, Lich close to 2, then there's Nova. DK even with a mana potion. This is almost an all-in without a town portal.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yep. If he gets bolts around, this game's over.
We saw that on Last Refuge, man. Yumiko killed his DK 3 times there and won the game. This is really risky. And their tournament lives are on the line. So it's not like they have a second life.
And the MK is getting more experience here. Ruined Bracers. Ooh, that's also nice. Once those undead heroes start becoming more dangerous, but this game may not even go so long. He has breached the expo here, killing the farm, exposing the peasants, but he's taking a lot of damage from the towers for this. By the way, I don't think we saw Borrow the game before, which also is a surprising choice. Just more and more and more fiends. But for now, there's no more mining at this expansion.
Yep, and the towers lose HP. It's no repair yet, but it's 4 of them with Masonry 1. And the wagons don't do too much against them, but he can easily attack the keep. I wonder if it's enough damage. I mean, he's still standing there. Finally enough gold for the town portal. Here comes Yumiko trying to hold his expo up.
Alright, what's he gonna bolt? Going for the ghoul first. That is an interesting choice. And here come Militia. Mass Militia. Once again, it's gonna look towards Surround and gets it again. Yumiko, man, he's so good with these. Stormbolt coming in. That is gonna be the kill. He's almost level 5. Only needs 1 more kill for the level up on the MK. Then he will have 3 Stormbolts. That one Fiend, though, seems to be able to squish out of that Surround, but this Fiend dies, and that's level 5. And now the damage is really coming in big. But once he's out of mana, what does he do then? Going for the meat wagons now, and the one will definitely be falling. But also, all of the units for Yumi are starting to drop really, really low. These undead heroes might be picking up a lot of experience here in a moment, but this meat wagon needs to stay alive, and I think it will.
He lost the first one. Here comes another bash. Paladin is coming second for Yumiko, so he can't keep his Mountain King alive. This is the MVP. This is the last threat that he's holding on to. But it's really good that he got rid of at least 1 meat wagon. Cuts the damage in half. And this gives Yumiko a lot more time to defend his expo.
This time, by the way, he went for Double Sanctum right away. And look at the militia train. Even the gold peasants are coming here for the defense of the expo. He might not be able to save his peasants here in time, though. So many skeletons, by the way, for WFZ. But now he's getting flanked with the MK coming in. And remember, level 5, the damage is gonna be sick as he insta-gives that Fiend. Jesus Christ. And remember, the DK doesn't have a TP. Does he have Death Pact, by the way? He does not. But seems like Yumi is not looking towards the hero kills, he's looking towards the Fiends, and they seem to be easy fodder. But now he gets it! Gets the Surround, or does he? Yes, he will. But he might be able to fight out of this. No, he keeps it stuck!
Beautifully done by Yumiko, and that was the one weakness of WFZ. No TP, no rescue for the DK. He's going for the Lich immediately. Holy Light, Stormbolt, he just has to surround and right-click. GG by WFZ, and he was banging his head against the wall, but his head broke first, and Yumiko will be up against Moon in the lower bracket final. We're down to 3 players. Focus, Moon, and Yumiko. That is guaranteed fun tomorrow, man.
Moon and Yumi, they had some ridiculous games at NSL with Moon playing the Hero Challenge. And that's gonna, yeah, as you say, gonna be amazing games tomorrow, where we're gonna decide who's gonna win this thing between the last 3.
I don't know, man. If this was so obvious that this would happen.
Yeah, I don't know how WZ cannot go for a Zeppelin. Like, the Zeppelin is the hard counter to anything that Yumiko has. I don't get it.
Really interesting. Also, I think at first I thought, like, okay, Yumiko, you're focusing the Fiends a lot. There's Defend. Is it necessary to do that? Would you, like, shouldn't you rather go for the statues or meat wagons? Just drill through the army and try to surround there, but he made it work, man. Once the Mountain King is level 5, he's just incredibly strong. And then you have to have something on your heroes, either TP or Invo Potion or Death Pact. And he had nothing.
Yeah, and
an invitation to the kills.
and WFZ didn't even have the space to go to tier 3 that game, unlike on AZ. And when you don't have tier 3, MK level 5 just destroys you. There's nothing you can do. Don't have a Dark Ranger, don't have like the orb to counter threaten the damage yourself. It's just too sick.
It is. But pretty cool games, very outside the normal meta game, with 2 tier 2 pushes and a lot of hero kills. That is what makes Warcraft so beautiful about it. We will see more tomorrow. With a Mountain King like this, and hopefully Moon going for Warden, man, I can't wait for that matchup.
I wonder, has Yumiko gotten the confidence again to go MK against Night Elf? We all know he loves the MK. Would love to play it every game.
He also played a lot of Blood Mage against Night Elf.
You mean first?
Second. First as well. And...
Seriously?
Yeah. And, like, that's the best thing.
On Echo, yeah.
The best thing about this is, we know that Moon loves his neutral hero Huntress AP push. Yumiko sometimes goes Rifleman Alchemist Heal Spray against this.
Man.
Like, I saw it twice, and he won twice. So... Alchemist Heal Spray, 100% win rate on Back to Warcraft streams.
Well, but he lost that game against the Panda first on AZ. I remember that one.
Ah, he lost that one? Oh, okay. So that's for the 100% win rate. But it's so much fun, and I hope we can see it tomorrow. Focus is waiting in the grand final. Moon and Yumiko, once again, 12 CET. It's still... I'm struggling a bit with the time zone. CET, not summertime anymore. And that's gonna be our last stream before GCS. It starts on Monday. For you out there in Europe, it's gonna be 10 a.m. CET. For us, it's gonna be in the late afternoon at 5 p.m. But I hope you got your week off. At least take your day off for Wednesday, when we have TH Moon, WFZ, and Foggy in one group. And of course, the weekend's gonna be great. This time it's a single elimination. In the playoffs. Best of 5, though, so the mode has changed. And I wonder how that will end up. And especially the grand final, best of 7. So rare to see it.
Yeah, the last time was Ting, right?
Wasn't that a best of 9?
No. I don't think so. That was a best of 9. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a best of 9.
That was actually a best of 9.
But yeah, it's gonna be great.
Wow.
But yeah, time's up for today. If you like what you saw, then feel free to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We will dash out a lot of content there throughout the GCS week, as we have a reporter with us who will follow us and follow the games and follow the players and do some interviews and backstage stuff, yada yada yada. Just ahead is going to be with us filling our social media content and YouTube content, where you can find all the games that you missed live on Twitch. Of course, if you like live content, then hit this button right there somewhere to follow. If you really like it, feel free to subscribe or leave us a little donation or buy our merchandise. There's a lot of opportunities for you to support us. You can find all of them in the stream description below. And that's it, I think. And at least for me, Remo, if you have some final words. I'm gonna collect my visa now.
If you guys go drinking on the weekend before, don't forget to buy Elotrans. Other than that, we'll see you again tomorrow for more awesome Warcraft stuff. And don't forget about next week, GCS.